Hey guys, welcome to Big Joe and Malia's world.
Well, today I'm making another crockpot recipe. This time I'm making what?
Crockpot lasagna.
Welcome to Big Joe and Malia's world.
Where we keep it hillbilly fabulous. Yee yee!
All right, y'all. Crockpot lasagna. It's just like everything else I make. It's really easy to make. This does have quite a few ingredients, but it's still simple to make. All right, I'll include all the ingredients and the instructions in the description of this video, but here's what you gotta have. First thing you have to have, ground beef. Now go ahead and cook it. You wanna go ahead and cook it and drain it. Make sure that you cook it because raw ground beef in the crock pot does not do well at all. All right, you gotta have minced garlic, a chopped onion. This is Italian seasoning, pepper, salt, and that's parsley. Then you've got to have some sort of pasta sauce, marinara, whatever you prefer. It doesn't matter. You've got to have a jar of that. Then you've got to have uncooked lasagna noodles. Do not cook these ahead of time. That's very important. Then you've got to have Parmesan cheese. I have two different kinds of Parmesan cheese, and it's just because I had them in the refrigerator already. So you can use either or both, whichever one you want to use. Also, you're going to need mozzarella cheese, a lot of mozzarella cheese. Plus, I had a little bit of cheddar cheese in the refrigerator that needed to be used, so I'm going to use that as well. But you are more than welcome to use whatever combination of cheeses that you want. All right, so first thing we're going to do, we're going to take our ground beef, okay? And we are going to add this onion. Now, you do not have to cook this onion ahead of time, but if you want to, you certainly can. Put your little oil in a skillet, cook it. It is not necessary for this recipe though, okay? Not at all necessary. All right, take your minced garlic. Same thing. You can cook this minced garlic with your onion if you want to. Not necessary though. Not necessary at all. Then we're going to take the salt, pepper, Italian seasoning. All right, and we're going to take us a big spoon and we're going to mix this around just a little bit, okay? Just a little. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just a little. Just like that. All right, next thing we're going to do, get your muscles out. Open up your jar of marinara, pasta sauce, whatever you're going to use. And you're going to mix that in with your ground beef, your spices, your onions, and your garlic. You're just going to take you a spoon and mix that up just like so. Okay? Doesn't have to be perfect, like I always say. Not at all. All right. Now, first thing you're going to do, now this is just a Malia trick. You by no means have to do this. But what I do, I always put a little bit of water in the spaghetti sauce jar and shake it up. Okay? Get all that loose in there. And the reason I do this is because you've got to have a sauce base for the bottom of the crock pot, okay? You got to have a sauce base or it will, your noodles will be, they will burn on the bottom. So when you put your water in that crock pot, in your jar, you're going to pour that sauce, that little bit of sauce and water down in the bottom of the crock pot. Okay, that's done. Next thing you want to do is take another bowl, set your beef mixture aside. Take you another bowl. Put your Parmesan cheese in here. Now, if you want to use ricotta, you certainly can. We're not big fans, so we don't use it. But put your Parmesan cheese in a bowl, and you're going to add your parsley to that. Like I said, if you wanted to use ricotta cheese, this is where you would do that. So take your spoon and mix up your parsley and your Parmesan cheese, just like that. Now, if you've got little hunks of Parmesan, it's fine too. Okay, just like that. All right. Now we're going to start the layering process. Let me get my stuff moved out of the way and everything that I need in here. First thing you're going to do, you're going to take your uncooked lasagna noodles, okay? Uncooked. And you're going to put these in the bottom. You're going to put a layer of these in the bottom. Now, you may have to break them to get them to fit. Just depends on what shape your crock pot is. To see how I'm just kind of filling in the pieces, or just kind of fill it in. Doesn't have to be perfect, of course. All right. Now, what you're going to do next, you're going to start layering this. So you're going to put the meat mixture next. Now, you do want to keep this kind of thin, okay? You do want to keep this kind of thin because you certainly don't want to run out of meat mixture before you get to the top of your crock pot. Okay, meat. Then you're just going to start layering your cheeses a little bit. I'm going to start with mozzarella. Okay. And since I'm going to use a little bit of cheddar, I'm going to put that in there as well. Just a little. And then I'm going to spoon the parmesan and parsley mix right onto that. Okay. Then you're just going to do it again. Just do it again. Repeat this process. And I'm going to have to break these boogers because they don't want to fit. Ooh, I crunched that one. That was going to be in pieces. Okay. Meat mixture. Get a little bit more. Doesn't that look good already?
Oh, yeah.
It looks divine. That's a fact. Divine. Mozzarella, mozzarella. A little bit of cheddar.
Smelling good, I know that.
Yeah, it is.
We like it cheesy.
Because we're pretty cheesy people. You know, we're just cheesy.
Not easy being cheesy.
It's not. Not easy at all. We'll try it this way. I don't know that it's going to make any difference, but I'm going to try it.
Seems to be working better. No
As
matter.
as you get further up, the bowl gets more gets wider.
And it don't matter how you put the noodles in there; they'll all eat the same.
Oh yeah, they all gonna taste the same. It don't really matter how you. I've got just pieces, as you can see. Just pieces. Now, as you get closer to the top, you're going to need more meat mixture because it is wider. Okay, so we're going to make this the last layer. Put all that on there. I can hear Ian in his room playing with something, making a racket. All right. No matter how many layers that you start with or that you end up with, you do want to make sure that the cheese layer is on the top. On the top with the cheese layer. I'm going to do it this way. Isn't that beautiful?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that beautiful? All right, guys. There is what your crock pot lasagna looks like before you even turn the crock pot on. That's it. All stacked up there. Now, what you're going to do, you're going to put this lid on your crock pot, and you're going to cook it on low for about 4 to 5 hours. And we'll be back. Here's what the crock pot lasagna looks like when it is done. We will let it cool for just a few minutes, and we'll let Big Joe do the taste test. All right, here's Big Joe with the taste test. He's already got him a bite. He's blowing on it. It's really hot. It literally just came out of the crock pot, so it's steaming hot. He's got his winter is coming shirt on. What do you think?
Mm.
Is it fabulous? Is it hillbilly fabulous? Good.
That is hillbilly fabulous. That, indeed, is
All right, y'all. That's it for the crock pot lasagna. And it was delicious, right?
Yeah, it was delicious.
If you try this recipe, y'all, please let us know in the comments. Because you know how we love to know how you like all our recipes. And as always, we want to thank you for allowing a little bit of Big Joe Malia's world
Into your world.
We'll see you soon, guys.
Bye.